Carter. I want to give you guys 3 tips for building bigger arms. I got my joints to around 19 inches, and I would like to help you increase your arm size as well. There's 3 things you need to do. First, we're going to start with diet. You're not going to grow muscle unless you're in a caloric surplus. A lot of guys will tell you, hey man, all you need to do is get stronger. All you need is fucking nitrogen or a certain amount of protein. Here's the thing, they're the only guys saying it. You need more than just strength, right? Because powerlifters, their job is to get stronger, to see who's the strongest within a certain weight class. So their whole job is getting stronger without gaining size. Or when you see competitive fighters, they want to see who's the strongest in that weight class. So they want to get stronger, right, without putting on size, without gaining weight. I firmly believe that you need to increase your caloric intake to gain size. All right. So first of all, here's a simple calculation you use. Take your body weight in pounds, multiply that by 20, and that's how many calories you need to put on some muscle mass. You want to make sure you hit those calories every day. You want some help with that? We do custom meal plans here at Bro Laboratory, so go to brolabsmealplans.com if you're interested in that. Or otherwise, just fucking track it on your own, you know what I'm saying? You also need to make sure your protein intake is high, right? A lot of those calories should be coming from protein. So basically, what you want to do is you want to be getting at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, right? A lot of people say you need less. I've seen the most success with myself and with the people I've been training for 15 years. I've been training other people. They've seen the most success with 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And once you got your diet in order, you want to focus on your training. All right, we started with diet because you can't out-train a bad diet. Now we're going to focus on training. I'm going to be honest with you, man. A lot of guys, they just sit around doing different types of curls and they think they're going to get big arms. Or they just do fucking tricep extensions or they think they're going to get big arms. But the majority of your arm growth is going to come from doing your compound movements. For example, look at any competitive powerlifter. They basically focus on compound movements with very little emphasis on bicep or tricep or any other accessory exercises like curls or tricep extensions. But guess what? They all got big arms. The majority of your arm growth is going to come from doing compound exercises. So pull-ups, rows, overhead press, dips, push-ups, things of that nature. Now, one thing you can do to put emphasis on your bicep and triceps, if that's a place where you want to focus on, you can do certain compound exercises that put the focus there. For instance, one of the best exercises for tricep is closed grip bench press. It's a compound movement, but it puts a lot of the focus on the triceps. And a great exercise for bicep would be closed grip chin-ups, with your palms facing you, chin-ups like that, and you can add weight to it to add some extra resistance. Those are like great exercises, man. So focus on the compound exercises. Then you do the accessory exercises like curls, tricep extensions, and things of that nature. Now here's a key. Here's a fucking secret to getting big arms. Superset bicep and triceps. When you get to the accessory movements and you're doing bicep and triceps, superset them, meaning do curls immediately followed by tricep extensions, or do closed grip chin-ups immediately followed by closed grip bench press. I always notice when I start training people and they start supersetting bicep and triceps, they start seeing results a lot faster. Also, with your training, you want to make sure that your form is good. Anybody curls like this and do all that shit, and they think they're training bicep, but they're really just on their way to their next injury. Honestly, I think you should lift as much as you can with proper form. Because guess what happens? If you're swinging and doing all that other shit, you're actually making the load lighter on your bicep because you're using your back now to lift the weight because your bicep's not fucking strong enough to lift the weight. And that's okay, I guess. But what's going to happen is you risk injury because it's too much weight on your bicep, but you're trying to do it anyway. And a lot of people get injuries that way. All my injuries have come from form or lack of proper form, and I don't want that to happen to you. And this is the point where some asshole wants to type, man, Arnold did cheat curls. And first of all, you're not Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger. You're not the fucking greatest bodybuilder of all time. Let that be the last time you compare yourself to him, okay? And second of all, he also used apparatuses like the arm blaster, preacher curls. He focused on form as well. Let's not pretend he didn't use good form. Remember, you're probably not even fucking there yet. Like, he started doing that. He started bodybuilding after he had been successful as a powerlifter, after he had significant strength. like years of being a successful powerlifter. Then he went into bodybuilding, started doing cheat curls and shit like that. In all likelihood, you're not fucking there yet. Oh, but listen, do the cheat curls if you want. Start right now. Make sure you go to the fucking drugstore first. Get yourself some fucking ice packs. Keep them in your fridge because you will need them. In my next video on arms, we'll talk about the reps and sets and certain exercises that I think are best for bicep growth. All right, that's going to be in the next video on this topic, so stay tuned. Now, one more thing you might want to do to make your arms appear bigger, honestly, is to get lean. Because when you're lean, man, you can see your cuts, and it's more aesthetically attractive, right? If you got a big ass arm but it's all fat and there's no definition between your shoulder and your triceps and your biceps and on there, then it's not gonna look as impressive. A lot of times when I cut, people think I got bigger, even though I literally got smaller. But they think that I got bigger because I look bigger because of the proportions and the cut show more. Now, when you're cutting, you want to do the opposite of when you're bulking. You want to take your body weight in pounds, multiply that by 10, and that's how many calories you need to be in a deficit and lose fat. You can also do some HIIT cardio, high intensity interval training to speed up fat loss. And make sure you lift when you cut too, so you retain as much muscle as possible. I like to lift heavy when I'm cutting because I retain more muscle when I do that. All right, listen, I'm gonna be talking about all that shit and more in my new book, Bicep Bible. It's coming out February 7th, 2017. We're only going to print up a certain amount of copies of this book. So you want to make sure you get on the VIP notification list. Go to bicepbible.com and make sure you don't miss out on your opportunity to get your hands on this glorious, glorious book, the good book, when it drops. In my next arm video, we're going to talk about reps, sets, time under tension, how much time you should rest between each set, and really putting together the program so you can build some big ass arms, some muscle mass. All right, peace.